my name is Bella, and welcome back to the 100 Acre Wool Knitting Podcast. This is a podcast where I like to share with you and talk to you about everything that I have been making recently, and that is usually knitting related, sometimes also some sewing or fiber arts. So today, I think, is a very special episode. I haven't had a chance to record in a couple of weeks, so that means I have a lot to share with you. So today is going to be about knitting. I have like a finished object to share with you, some whips, and I've also really gotten into spinning, so I have some things to share with you on that. And my first ever shop update is coming, so we'll talk about that, and lots to go over today. So sit down, grab a cup of something, get comfy, and let's get going. So, of course, I always like to say this for people who are new here. Hello, welcome. You can find links to everything that I talk about today in the description below this video, as well as timestamps if you want to skip to something or rewatch anything or anything like that. So all that information will be down below. You can also find me on Instagram and Ravelry if you would like to follow me there. Those links are down below as well. So let's just jump right into things today. I have sort of a finished object to share with you. I'm calling it finished because everything is cast off, but it's not where I personally want it to be, if that makes sense. So first, I have finished my new design that I've been working on. You probably have seen this if you're not new around here, but if you are new, then I have been designing this sweater. It is called Fields of Gold, and you may see why. It is very golden and very wheat inspired. So you can see here in the front, I will hold it up close for you so you can see the details. There are wheatgrass motifs. Gorgeous textures, and it's very fuzzy and fluffy, and I'm just so happy with how this pattern came out, and I think you guys too. It seems like a lot of you really love this pattern, and I'm very excited about that. It brings such a joy to me when something that I create really inspires you guys and makes you want to knit it as well. So that's super amazing. But yes, so I have cast off my version, and you may see it looks kind of funny right now. I'll stand back so you can see better. One sleeve is a short sleeve and the other one is a 3/4 length. So I talked about this on my podcast last time. I wasn't sure which one to do, so I just decided to do both because in the pattern, I do have both options available for you. So I give you instructions to do either short sleeve, and it'll look like this. There we go. It'll look like that if it's a short sleeve. Or if you want 3/4 length or longer, then it would look something like that. So hopefully you can kind of see. But yeah, so I couldn't decide personally, so I just included both instructions. I feel like arms are very, like everyone wants different arms on sweaters, it seems. So it's very customizable, but you do have some options there. This pattern was designed with Nutiden yarns, so it is very fluffy and very fuzzy. I held 2 strands of Nutiden together, so that equals kind of a worsted or Aran weight yarn. More so probably Aran weight because of how fluffy Nutiden is. It really fills everything out. So it is it's not a thick sweater because of the gauge. I did try to make the gauge loose enough that it wouldn't be too thick for like a summer night. That's kind of how I was imagining wearing this, was like in cool summer nights, especially here in LA in the desert. It can get very chilly at nighttime, so I have definitely been whipping this out and wearing it a lot already. Having so much fun wearing it. But I do need, the thing of why this is not fully finished yet, I do need to rip this part out and knit it a 3/4 length sleeve, because that is what I personally want for this one. I want it to be something warm that I can wear at night, or when it's just chilly out or windy out or whatever. Different seasons. This can be all season wear, I think, for, different occasions. But yeah, so I want mine to be 3/4 length sleeve. Sorry, I haven't woven in the ends yet. Yeah, it's not officially finished yet, but yeah, so this pattern is currently in testing. I asked you guys through my Instagram, I did a little call for test knitters there. So my testers are currently working on it, and so far everything is going well. Some updates, some little tweaks happen, of course, but nothing majorly wrong, at least yet. Yeah, hopefully it keeps going well. But for the back, let me show you the back. So there's some more little details, and I did want to point out the details of these little V's. They run all the way vertically up the front. You can see they run all the way up the front there, and then they run around the shoulder and then back down again. So maybe I can show you up close here. So maybe you can see there, this is where the shoulder is. So the V's kind of run up and over and into the back section over here, and then they run down the back side as well. I really loved that detail, so I wanted to include it on the back as well, so it wasn't just completely plain back here, and adds a little interest on the side, like when you turn. I'll be wearing this for you guys next time so you can see, but if you want to go back to my previous episode, the one before this one, I was also wearing this when I didn't have the sleeves on it, and you can see the little motif on the edge there. I think it's a nice little detail just to add some interest. So yeah, I'm just, I love this. It's so squishy and squidgy, so comfy. Unspun yarn, if you're not aware of Nutiden, it's unspun yarn. So I am having testers knit it in multiple types of yarn. So not everyone is using Nutiden or Plötulopi. Plötulopi is another yarn that's very similar to this. It's also unspun and a similar weight. But we are having testers knit in superwash yarns and spun yarns, you know, kind of regular yarns, what I call them. So yeah, you will see a variety of different yarns being used. Also, I think some test knitters are using holding mohair with it, which I'm very excited to see how that comes out because it'll be nice and fuzzy and fluffy. So yeah, that's been a fun process so far, and I'm planning on having this published in like mid-July, maybe around like July 14th, somewhere around there. So when I'm planning for this to be going live. So yeah, very excited about how this is turning out. And again, for those who do not know or didn't hear last time, all of these details are done with knitting, so you don't have to do any embroidery or anything after the fact. It's all done while you're knitting it. So there we go. That's where this project is at. Having a lot of fun on that one. And next, before I forget to mention it, I guess we will talk about what I'm wearing today. So first I am wearing the Shawlography shawl from last year. This was Stephen West's MCAL for 2021, his mystery knit along. So this one is called Shawlography, and I just am in love with this shawl. I wear this thing all of the time, inside, outside, everywhere. I just love it so much. I used Isire Alpaca 2 yarn, so it's very drapey, very soft, very flowy. I am in love with it. When I blocked it out, it became really beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful, you know, after you knit it and then you haven't blocked it yet, but I think especially for shawls, when you block shawls, it just, like, chef's kiss, it just makes it perfect, you know? It just evens everything out and makes it flat and beautiful. Yeah, one thing I did want to note is I did make an adjustment here at the bottom, so the ends are different, or the edging, I guess, is a different design. So that's actually from his 2020 mystery knit along, which was Slipstravaganza, I think. I think that's what it was called. So I just liked that little edging better, so that's what I decided to do for mine. And you can find the details to this project in my Ravelry page. I'll link the project page for it down below if you're curious. And then also the tank top that I'm wearing, you're not going to be able to see the bottom, but this is a really great summer tank top from, what is the designer? Amanita Knits, I believe, is the designer of this one. And this is my go-to for spring and summer now. I really want to knit more tank tops because I just get so much use out of it. This is the only one I have so far, and I need to make more because I don't get hot in them, which is great because they're tank tops, so you know, there's no sweating. It's great. But yeah, so this one is, I think the yarn I used is from Ritual Dyes, and it is some blend of yak and silk and merino, I think. If I can find it, I will link that down below as well. But I really love the yarn. I really love the pattern. It's knit in sort of a loose gauge, but it's not too loose that you can't wear, or that you have to wear something underneath, if that makes sense. You can wear just the tank top and it'll be fine. Totally appropriate that way. So I really highly recommend this pattern. It's very comfortable, and yeah, it's nice, and it's not baggy, but it is like not tight to your skin. So again, it's more breathable. In the summer, it's great for not sweating. So I really enjoyed this pattern. And that brings us to the sponsor of today's video, Ana Luisa Jewelry. So today I'm wearing some pieces by Ana Luisa. I'm wearing their May necklace. It's really beautiful. It has this little moon in the center, and then it has mother of pearl. Mother of pearl, and then there's a beautiful little gold moon. And then their earrings, I'm also wearing their Suzanne medium earrings, which I love so much. Beautiful little diamond details. So Ana Luisa is a sustainable, carbon neutral jewelry company, all online, but they are based out of New York City. And I really love their jewelry. They're very beautiful, very affordable, and they are, again, carbon neutral, which is very important for me personally. I really want to make sure that the pieces that I purchase are sustainable for the environment and not causing more harm than good. So Ana Luisa makes a huge point to make all of their packaging and shipping and their whole process from start to finish of creating the jewelry to when it gets to you, everything is sustainable and, you know, carbon footprint zero. So they offset all of their carbon. So I really appreciate that, and I really love their jewelry. It's beautiful. So yes, I would highly recommend them if you are looking for a gift or just a beautiful piece for yourself, some beautiful summer pieces or anything like that. So Ana Luisa is very kindly offering 20% off all of their jewelry in their online shop. All you have to do is go to the link in the description below this video, and that is shop.analuisa.com/100acrewool. So that will give you anything 20% off of their store. So yeah, thank you very much, Ana Luisa. And the next work in progress to share with you is a whip that I showed you last time. I have made some progress on my Shifty Sweater, which I am again storing in my Boqueria basket. I highly recommend this pattern. I talked about this last time if you want to hear more, but really love this. Great little project bag. So yeah, I have been knitting on the Shifty Sweater by Andrea Mowry. I'm loving it so much. It is so much fun. I think this is the first thing I've ever knit from Andrea Mowry. Yeah, but I really love it so much. So here's how it's turning out now. Oh, wow. The colors are so much fun, right? So I'm using all spin cycle yarns for this project, which is what Andrea Mowry recommends, or what she calls for in the pattern. So I think it's their dyed in the wool base. It's the sport weight yarn. So I am just having so much fun with this project. It is working up well. I'm wondering about the fabric, if it's going to be too, not thick, but like kind of fluffy, or not fluffy. It's like bouncy. It's very springy, which I know, you know, wool is springy, but it's I'm not sure. I think it will block out to be smooth. It's not smooth, that's what I'm saying, because it's a slip stitch pattern. So all of these slip stitches, it makes kind of a puckery fabric, maybe that's the word I'm looking for. I'm hoping that will just kind of all even out in the blocking, but just look at these colors. Wow, I just can't get enough of the colors. They're so much fun. So I started with the colors that I'm using. The main color I'm using Grumpy Birds, which was the called for main color. And then for the contrast colors, I'm using Salty Dog, which is this yellow section here. And then I am also using Shades of Earth as the contrast for this section. And then I just added in, from here down, I just added in Nostalgia. Really beautiful purpley color. I wonder where that name came from. I wonder how they come up with their names. So interesting. But yeah, so I'm having fun with the colors. I really especially love from here down, Shades of Earth and Nostalgia. I just think they're so cool. I just love those blues and teals and purples. I'm just loving that part. I'm not sure, and I also love from here up, but I'm not sure how I'm liking them together, to be honest. You can kind of see on camera, there's like a very clear demarcation line from where I end Salty Dog to where I start Shades of Earth. And I'm hoping right now that it's looking strange right now, but by the end, you know, when I finish the sweater, I'm hoping it'll all just mesh and meld well and it'll look cohesive, because right now, I'm not sure. I really love from here up and I really love from here down, but together, I don't know, they're not singing yet to me. Who knows? We'll see by the end when it's all done, because I know I am going to use Salty Dog again, I think maybe on the arms, on the sleeves rather, so we'll see. I'm hoping it'll look cohesive. And I am also, you may spot a little wee mushroom. I am also using my little mushroom stitch marker slash progress keeper. So I showed this to you guys last time. I was using it as my end of round stitch marker, but now I'm using it as my progress keeper. So this was where I was last time I talked to you guys about this sweater. So I've gotten quite a bit done. But yeah, so he's just so cute. I love how these came out. I have made more since then, or since making this one. This was the first one I ever made. Hopefully you can see him. He's very, very small. But yeah, so you can use this as a progress keeper or a stitch marker. As a stitch marker, it will go up to US size 4 needle is what it will fit on, that you can easily glide it across a US 4 needle. But yeah, so I have something to share with you guys. You all seemed so in love with this little mushroom guy, especially on Instagram when I was posting about it. So I have decided to make them available in my very first shop update, and that will be coming next Saturday, and that is June 18th. So that will be, I will have these little guys available there, and I might add something else as well. I'm not sure, we'll see, but there might also be another little surprise in the shop as well. So yeah, I just think they're so cute. And I definitely want to make more designs. For now, I've only done the mushroom, but I just think they're so much fun to do. So these are made out of felted wool, hand felted wool by me, and then also the findings are 14 karat gold. So they're gonna stay looking nice for you, because I know we're using our hands and, you know, metal that, you know, you get your hands on a lot. I think it can tarnish over time if you're not careful with it, so this will hopefully be looking good for you for a long time. So yeah, those will be available in the shop next week. I will not have a podcast before then, so if you want to know exactly the date and the time and everything, that'll all be on Instagram, but just so you know, it's going to be next Saturday, June 18th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So there we go. Yeah, so having a lot of fun with this project, and I am kind of nervous. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough yarn, because I have already gone through 2 complete skeins of Grumpy Birds, so I have 2 left, and actually what I realized was that this size, I'm knitting size 2, I realized that size 2 calls for 5 skeins of Grumpy Birds, so I don't know if I'm going to have enough of that one. I had purchased this yarn in Virginia when I was visiting with my mother, with my family last year. So almost a year ago is when I purchased this yarn. And I purchased it from a lovely yarn shop called Fiberspace in Alexandria, Virginia. So yeah, I'm going to be going back there in a couple of weeks. So I'm hoping I can finish this as much as I can before then, so that if I do need extra yarn, then I can just go to the yarn shop and get that there, because we don't have any yarn shops around me that have Spin Cycle. Nobody sells Spin Cycle around me, and I really want to make a point of only buying Spin Cycle in person, because I want to make sure the colors will go together well, because, you know, between dye lots it can look very different. Even within the same colorway, their colorways can vary a lot, so I want to make sure I can see it in person, and then hopefully I'll have enough yarn, but we'll see. Because I definitely don't want to be playing too much yarn chicken with this one. It's already quite a fitted sweater. But actually, it's not too fitted on me. I can't put it on right now, but yeah, I tried it on, and I thought it was going to be like tight. Like I think everyone says it's supposed to be really like zero ease to it, but it's actually, there's a lot of stretch to it, if that makes sense. It's not like loose on me, but there's room. So maybe I knit too big of a size. Maybe I should have gone down to the first size. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see, and I hope I have enough yarn. But this is coming along so well, and I really highly recommend it. If you have any sort of yarn that you could even use scraps for this, because like the intention is that the yarn colors change as you knit. So I think that would look really cool if you want to use scrap yarn and like use a bunch of different colors. You'd have a lot of ends to weave in, but I think it could look really cool because it's just such a fun stitch pattern, and it's really mindless. Like once you, it's a really easily memorizable, not chart, but repeat. So yeah, I think it would just be so much fun to just check on your needles and just go. So there we go. Having a lot of fun with that one. And that is it for knitting content. Whips. But I have some spinning to share with you. Oh my gosh, I have become obsessed with spinning. Wow. Okay, so a little while ago, I think I talked about here how I purchased a drop spindle, and I'd started playing around with spinning with a drop spindle. A Turkish drop spindle is the kind that I have, and I just could not get the hang of it. Like I couldn't draft the wool properly, and so my thread kept breaking, and I don't know, it was very uneven all the time, and I just was having so many struggles with that. So I was thinking maybe spinning isn't for me. Maybe I can't do this. So I kind of like passed it off and just didn't do that for a while. But then one of my fellow knitting friends here in LA, Nicole of Mork Made Fiber Co., she reached out to me and she said that the GLAS, so that's Greater Los Angeles Spinning Guild, was having their monthly meeting coming up. So I decided to go to that, and they were having a wheel tasting, which is just such a cute name, instead of wine tasting, like wheel tasting. So everyone that went to the meeting, you could try out different wheels and see, like spinning wheels, and see which ones you liked, or you know which styles you liked, because they range so much. There's like the vertical, and I don't really know anything, so yeah, but there's so much range to it, and I think you want to find the one that's best for you to use, that makes the most sense for you and feels the best while you're spinning. So that was really fun to go to. So I went there with Nicole and tried out a couple of wheels, and it was just such a blast. I had so much fun. Nicole and I were also carding some fiber to spin, used some of their drum carders there as well. So it was just such a fun time. This was the first time that I've hung out with knitters since COVID started, so it was really fun. But yeah, so the guild actually has a lot of tools for guild members to take home and borrow for a month until the next meeting if you would like to do that. So they had a guild wheel, and they were so kind to let me take that home and play with it. So the past couple of weeks, this meeting was like, now I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So yeah, I've been playing with the wheel, and it's just been so much fun. I immediately was hooked and just fell in love. So I'll show you some of the things that I spun so far. Okay, so this bobbin was the very first one that I spun on this wheel. It is an Ashford traditional wheel. As far as I know, it's pretty basic. It doesn't seem to have a lot of moving parts or a lot of things happening, but it's worked for me so far, and I'm having so much fun with it. So this is what that one looks like. So this was not my very first spin, because I was trying some things at the guild meeting, but this was pretty soon after that. One of my first spins. And then I was so excited about that, I decided to spin some of the fiber that we had carded, that Nicole and I had carded together. So I don't know which is which, but we had carded some on a blending board, and then we had also carded some fiber on one of the drum carders that they had there. So I don't remember which one was which, but here we go. This is what they look like. So yeah, these were just so many different kinds of fiber. So I think there's merino and alpaca and what else? Mohair, silk, I don't remember. Camel, I think camel was in this too. Like the brownish color was camel. So a lot of things happening there. Was having so much fun with that. And I just love how the colors play together and kind of the barber pole kind of effect happening. So that was so much fun. I don't have any of this carded fiber left because it was just, I spun it all already. So my plan for these are just singles right now. My plan for these is to ply them. I don't remember what kind of twist I did on these, but obviously I'll do the opposite way when I ply them. But I'm not sure if they're spun enough yet, because I have heard from many people, many spinners, that you need to over ply your singles so that when you ply them together and they go the opposite way, then they will be correctly spun. Like they won't be overspun anymore. They will like correct, the plying action will correct the spin, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's why I haven't plied these quite yet, but that's my goal, that's my plan with these, and then probably make some sort of socks with the yarn or something. I don't know, it's really soft and squidgy. I can just tell I'm gonna love whatever comes out with this. So I'm not sure if I've spun these enough as it is, so I might need to spin them again, like spin them more. How many times am I gonna say spin? Yeah, but that's been really fun. And then I got obsessed with the, what is it called? Blending board. So I did some more fiber blending on the blending board, and I made some roll lags. So this is what came out. This one's kind of ugly, or it doesn't have the pretty colors on the outside, but these were all from one little carding session. So this was just some beautiful fiber that Nicole so kindly gifted to me. I think the red is like a merino, and the color is some sort of mohair, I think. It was very like curly and crimpy. The fiber was very curly, but it was hand dyed with these beautiful warm sunset kind of colors. So I just think these came out so pretty. And I kind of don't want to spin them because I think the colors are so nice, like the Rolex just looks so cool. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely make more of this because this is like, these three are definitely not enough to really do anything with. I'm not sure how heavy these are. I didn't weigh them, but probably not more than 25 or 50 grams. Yeah, really not that much. But I want to card some more, and I just wish I had more time. Oh my gosh, it's just so much fun. So I would highly recommend, if you have a spinning guild anywhere close to you, I would highly recommend going to a local meeting. Even if you've never spun before, obviously me, I had never spun before, and it's just so much fun, and the people there were so kind and helpful, and you know, let me try their wheels, and it's a great community, at least the one in LA. So yeah, also, if you're in LA, I would highly recommend coming to the Greater Los Angeles Spinning Guild meetings and such. Yeah, everyone there was so nice, and you can check out things. You can check out their tools if you would like to take it home and play with it, and test it out for yourself and see what tools would work best for you. So that was so much fun. Highly recommend that. One thing, I won't be going to the next meeting, which would be the end of June. I can't go to that meeting, but because I'll be gone, I'll be in Virginia, but the one after that, in the end of July, I will be there. So yay, that was so much fun. It was so great to meet everyone new, and I will definitely be going back because I'm head over heels with spinning. I have fallen in the deep end. I was looking at fiber, and yeah, oh, so many things. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be looking for a wheel soon because I can't keep the guild wheel forever. So if you have any recommendations, if you're a spinner and you have any recommendations of a good wheel, I think I like these, I think it's called Saxony style, the one where the flyer is on the side of the wheel, not castle, where it's on top. I like the side-by-side one. I think it's just pretty, and I like how pretty it is. That's what the Ashford traditional is. It's the side-by-side, and I think it's just beautiful. So, and it works for me. I like spinning on it. So there we go. That is it with spinning. And we had a giveaway recently through my Instagram. So that giveaway has since ended, but it was a big thank you to all of you for following me there and following this journey, this fiber journey that I'm on, that we're on. We're at, I think, almost 7,000 followers on Instagram now, which is just insane to me. It's crazy, and I'm just so humbled and thankful that you guys find what I'm doing interesting and find it inspirational, possibly. So yeah, I just had a little giveaway to say thank you, and this was the giveaway. We have already picked the winner, so I'll be sending that out to her very soon. But this was just some hand-dyed yarn, naturally dyed yarn that I did. So this one was a little while ago. I think I actually showed it to you guys. And then this one was pretty recently, and I got this beautiful baby pink, which I will certainly be dyeing up more of because I'm obsessed with it. I'm not sure how it's coming up on camera right now, if the color is correct, but in person it's just like the perfect like blush rosy pink, if that makes sense. Maybe millennial pink is the right way to say it, I don't know. But yeah, so there we go. And then also one of the little Mush stitch markers that I showed you guys a little bit ago. So these will be what is available in the shop next Saturday. So that's coming up soon. Yeah, so thank you for everyone for joining the giveaway if you did, and that was just so much fun. And let's see, I think the last thing for today is some acquisitions, just a few. So after the spinning meeting, when I had gone with Nicole to the spinning meeting, we were hanging out afterwards, and of course we had to go to a yarn shop. It was my first time going there, and it was the yarn shop in Santa Monica. And wow, I'm already forgetting the name of it. Shoot, I will put it here. I really highly recommend that shop. It was so much fun. The shop ladies there were so nice. It was really fun. So there I purchased some yarn, as one does. First I saw this ball of yarn and fell head over heels immediately. Can you tell I like the hand spun look? Can you tell? I just love these kind of fall colors, really warm, rusty, beautiful tones. So this is a Zauberball Crazy. So I think this is like fingering weight, is what it's supposed to be. And I think it's 100% superwash merino, or wool, 100% wool, superwash wool. So yeah, no idea what I'll be making with this yet. I think there's some Stephen West shawls that use this, that call for this yarn. So maybe I'll do that, I don't know. But something in the fall, some sort of fall project that's what this is destined for, because those colors I can't get enough of. It's like purples and magentas and yellows and orange and even some green in there, so I just loved that one. Couldn't pass it up. And then this little bundle of joy, I just thought these were so cute, so I had to pick them up. This is a wool bundle by Blue Sky Fibers. It's called Wool Stock Bundle, and it is from Blue Sky Fibers. So there is 21 minis in this. I don't remember how many colors there are, but there's multiples of a couple of the minis. So this is just such a cute little bundle, I thought. So it's 100% Highland Peruvian wool, and it's worsted weight. So I was planning on making maybe socks with these, like really cozy, almost like slippery kind of socks. Obviously not anytime soon, so it'd probably be more towards fall or winter, because that'll be too hot to wear right now. But I just love these colors so much, and I thought they would be pretty with maybe using like a gray or a cream like base tone and then doing color work with the colors. Thought that might be nice. So who knows what these will become, but something. And Nicole was so funny. She pointed out after I had gotten these that they looked very similar. The colors look very similar to my Yell cardigan, which they do. Oh man, can you tell? I like the same kinds of tones. these purpley magentas and greens. I think like purple or pink and green is like my favorite combo, I guess. It's just what I'm drawn towards. But yeah, so she was like pointing out how this is so similar to my yellow cardigan, which yes, but they're not exactly the same, so that's fine. So yes, I'm not exactly sure what these will become. Maybe socks, maybe a hat, but something color work for sure. Because I just really want to see all these colors play together. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, please do like this video and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on my future videos. And I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week. Bye bye.